Oh, it's live. We're getting ready.
Yes, I'm coming, y'all. Are we gonna hear live to 6?
It's 5:58. Hey. Okay, so we went ahead and went live to make sure that everything worked. So instead of being late, we're early. Hey, Facebook. Hey, YouTube. Hey, Periscope.
Off mute. We're on mute.
We're off
Oh,
mute.
good.
Okay,
Great.
so now we're live on Instagram as
Hey,
well.
Instagram.
Hi, Instagram.
Thank you for joining us.
Twitter, what's up?
How are you?
Okay, so welcome to the Love Healing Room. We're going to get started in just a moment because I got to start the recording in the Love Healing Room. We do not own the rights to this music.
We will jam.
Woo! Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Love Healing Room. I am your host, Joe Cooper, and I'm joined by my beautiful co-host.
Oh my.
And Bayla Darla.
Yay! Welcome to Super Love Sunday. It is September 12th. Prayers go out to everyone remembering 9/11.
Yes. Amen.
Yeah, and everyone who's in the path of the hurricanes, we send you love, we send you protection. Yeah, we all need to love each other and stay connected.
And take a moment just to acknowledge, the current events that are going on, and that we love you and we want peace and wholeness to everyone. No matter where you are at.
That's right, no matter. So, okay, today we're talking about laying the groundwork for love. And it's never too late to prepare. So the month of September is all about preparing. Every day we get another chance to prepare.
Yes, we do.
Every day. There's nothing wrong with taking a pause and figuring out if you're living the best version of what you want in your relationship, or the relationship that you're seeking to have. And it doesn't mean that you're out there on the prowl. It's just that being open, having your heart open.
Yeah.
That's part of preparation, is having your heart open.
I just learned this word, thirsty.
I was gonna say, you're thirsty.
I'm sorry. I just learned it. Someone
Or
just
trolling,
recently,
or whatever they call it.
and it was like, wow, okay. That's all right. I'm old school, but I do like to keep up with the terminology that the younger generations, are using. So don't be thirsty.
Oh, and it's okay, Terry, because I just learned about thirsty. I mean, I remember when I learned about the dance that everybody's doing, the one where you
Wobble?
no
Twerking.
twerking. I remember
Okay.
I was thinking twerking. I remember when I asked my daughter, I said, Ty, do you know what twerking is? She's like, Mom, you're not to know what twerking is. I'm like, why? Why not? She was like, no. No. And that was at least 3 years ago. So it's okay too.
Okay, thank you.
I just learned the thirsty too. I just don't use it. But I hear the thirst is real. But okay, so what? That's my stance.
Your perspective on what thirsty is, and your thirsty may not be my thirsty.
Absolutely. That's
and your
right.
perspective of it may be totally different. Because I just had someone who was going through that particular thing, and they have a beautiful body. They have beautiful, luscious, and she wasn't being thirsty. She was just expressing herself of the beauty that is within her. So I had to acknowledge that she wasn't being thirsty, but she was being drop dead gorgeous, which she is.
But that's awesome because we are all varied shapes and sizes and tones and every textures, everything. There's a variety in order to give us, the stimulation for the differences. We're stimulated by those things that are different. That's my opinion. That's my
You're gonna stick to it.
Mhm. Okay, so let's talk about preparing. So, Darla, you always, or lately, you've been referring to the intro. Can you? give
Yes,
us-
I was just about to pull that up.
Thank you. And shout out, hello, beautifuls, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Periscope, on Instagram. Hello, beautifuls. And for those of you, those secret and silent flutterbys in the Love Healing Room, remember, you can be anonymous, speak up at any time. Share in this conversation. We want to hear your stories of how are you preparing for love, or how do you know you need to prepare for love? This is a judgment-free space, so there's no right or wrong answer. There's no blueprint. There's some suggestions that maybe we have, that are in common for most people, but no, this is a customized thing called life. Life is customized.
Yes. So I pulled up the intro, and it says that, where are you in the preparation for love? This is a question most do not consider when it comes to love relationship. There's work we have to do for ourselves. It's a critical part of preparing and creating what we desire to have. Whether you are currently in a relationship or not, now is the time to know the answer and give yourself the honest support needed to be the best version of you as you lay the groundwork for love. So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Because it starts with you being the foundation of that,
Mhm.
getting yourself ready.
Mhm.
Yeah. First of all, thinking like you said, having your heart open, because I was sharing with Joe how my neighbor, I think she's a little older than me, but she's, said, she had to think about, is this something she really want to do? No, she said, do I really want to be bothered with that?
I hear that. I hear that.
It's the older one.
I was gonna say it's a generational thing
Yes.
to hear it said that way.
And we're talking 70, 75?
No, well, the daughter, which
She
is,
might be in her 60s.
she might be in her 60s. Yeah, that's what I see. She's a little older than me. Yeah, she's in her 60s. I would say mid to late 60s. But it's like, do I want to be bothered with that? I do.
Right. It's like, and if you feel like that, why? I think we get to a point in the relationship statuses that we get comfortable doing it our way and only for us. But there are moments when you really do need to have companionship.
Amen. And then it's like, okay, do I want to be bothered with being considerate? Because you have to consider the
Yes,
other
you
person.
sure do.
You have to really have your mind and your heart open for that. Because if you done closed it, already, it's like, how can it be open to receive that companion that you desire to have?
But you get to a point where you feel like you don't want a companion. And me, because I love love, I have to ask, why don't you want a companion? I think that negativity has a way of making us think that we don't want a companion. And we get comfortable in that, and we make it our truth. Even though when you really stop and you weigh the the benefits of having a companion versus not having a companion, I think the benefits outweigh the being bothered side. That's just my personal opinion.
Being
'cause
bothered with that.
Yes,
She put some
that.
emphasis
Keyword to
on
me
that.
is bothered.
Bothered, yes.
That bothers me.
It's
You
like
know, like, yeah.
love and companionship, for me, it's not a bother. That doesn't mean that your significant other isn't gonna have some, sometimes when y'all disagree or you get on each other's nerves,
Mhm.
but the
Got their little
benefits,
quirks.
yeah, the benefits outweigh the
The negativity.
the negatives.
Yes.
And I'm
Yes.
pro-love all day long. I'm pro-love, pro-relationships.
Mhm.
Now, how do you prepare for that? You do the work on you.
Yep.
Do the work on you.
Yeah. And by starting out with opening yourself up for it,
Absolutely.
setting the intention for it, because I believe that when you do that, you open yourself to receive. And I heard someone say they were talking about the law of attraction. And they will say how, a lot of times we say, the universe did this, the universe, brought that. But really all the universe does is match. It matches what you already have. So
What you thought,
yeah.
you're thinking,
Yeah.
Wow.
because you really don't think anybody know your thoughts, but you. But the universe does, the spirit does, and it's going to bring it towards you because you thought that you created that particular thing with it. I had a friend of my family member lost her husband really early. She waited almost 15 years and she married at 65. 65. She got married again, and they were married up until he passed, with it. And then maybe 15 years later, she passed, with it. But it was still there. Someone still found her attractive and wanted her as first and wanted her as a companion, for him. So it's never too late, because I don't know what groundworks that we have to lay. And that's something, you might have to write down some things you might have to think about, laying the foundation, planting that particular seed for it to grow.
Okay, so Terry, what groundwork are you laying? Darla, what groundwork are you laying? And I'll tell you what groundwork I'm laying. Who's gonna go first?
You know what I started out with my calendar.
Yes, your affirmations.
I did affirmations. I made a calendar, 18-month calendar, just putting out the things that I wanted to do with my next companion in my life. And it was just making it up because I was really excited about it. And then when I see it on paper, and then I also would put in certain months, well, let's go here. Well, let's travel, here and do this particular thing. I did that for 18 months. And I'm still believing, and I don't want to put a timetable on anything. I really do not. I'm just believing that this partner is coming into my life. And I just coined this. It's not mine, but I'm taking it. I'm living a delicious life.
I love it.
A delicious life. And I go that off to Brother Panic. It was his originally, but I am intentionally living a delicious life. And just a taste of that.
It sounds tasty.
It sounds so tasty to have that person and companion, that we could be for one another with it. And I keep the calendar before me. So every day, whatever that affirmation is, that's what I end up speaking.
That's powerful. That's some preparation for you.
That's some preparation. It really is.
So enough. Well, my preparation is that I started loving myself first. It's important.
So important.
And affirming myself and feeling good about myself and finding myself sexy. you know.
Yes. That's
And
delicious.
so that's delicious, isn't it? So that's how I started preparing the groundwork, because there was a time when I didn't, and I didn't even feel worthy to have someone in my life. So now that I hold myself in high esteem and worthiness and loving myself and gazing into my own eyes in the mirror and, you know, appreciating my smile and appreciating my personality and my heart and all those things that I would want my mate to love and appreciate about me, I was loving and appreciated about myself. And being open. Here I am.
Here I am.
I'm saying hi.
Right. Hey, I love it. Okay. So we've gotten the conversation started, laying the groundwork for love. So awesome. So we're gonna go quiet for just a moment and check in with our secret and silent flutterbies in the Love Healing Room, and also remind you, those of you who are out there in social media land, come on into the room. You can dial 248-289-5882. Again, that's 248-289-5882. And be anonymous, but you can share with your voice how you're laying the groundwork for love. The line is open. We'd love to hear from you. All right, secret and silent flutterbies. Remember, you can chime in at any time, double dutch in. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome. Just to give you an idea of how the show flows, we have a topic. You know, we share stories, we share some suggestions on how you can implement some supportive things related to the topic in your life. But we also want to hear from others who are experiencing life. What are you doing as it relates to, I'm getting hot. What are you doing?
Get your fan.
Nope. The show must go on. What do they do? Okay. Anyway, so yes, what are you doing to lay the groundwork? So I'm going to share what I'm doing to lay the groundwork in my relationship, because I'm married, coming up on our 8th year wedding anniversary next month. And we've been together, I guess it'll be 12 or 13 years, somewhere in there. But anyway, you still have to lay the groundwork. You continue to prepare for the next part or the growth that you want to experience. And you know, I try and be a little transparent here in the Love Healing Room. Some negative stuff been coming up for me. So right now, I'm laying the groundwork to reconnect with my husband by sharing, because I found I was expecting him to ask me, but why am I not volunteering the things that I'm doing? I have to do my part. I have to prepare to make sure that we stay connected by sharing. So I'm preparing to rekindle how I communicate. Yep. I have to own my part. It's not just him, it's me as well. So that's a constant. We have to prepare and lay the groundwork for love in our relationships.
Yes, because just like on the earth and in life, we go through seasons. So preparing the groundwork, because you're always growing and elevating. You guys are not the same, even the same people you were last year or 6 months ago. And so I think we will always be in preparation mode.
I agree. And you have to take the position from you're responsible for you. So just as you said, you know, you had to work on you, loving you. And so I have to work on how I express myself and how I show him love and how I show him attention. It's not just him showing me attention. What am I doing to show attention? So that's a big deal. It's a big deal that we have the gist of all of this really is saying that we have to accept responsibility for how we're showing up, how we're preparing for love.
Because it's interesting you said that. I was thinking about something I heard recently. It might have been an interview that Nick Cannon did, talking about being married. And it's like, it's this thought out there that when you marry a woman, that the expectation is that it's only about her.
Wow.
Keeping her happy.
Wow. I can see how that's it. You fall into a perception if that's how it is.
Because I guess that's where like they came up with the happy wife, happy life. You keep her happy, then all is going to be good. But really, he was saying that like, well, what I got from is like, but you have to be left out.
That doesn't, and so like I said, there's a perception that yes, the man is supposed to, and I was falling into that. He didn't ask me how my day went. Excuse me. I always ask. That's just how I am. But it's not that he doesn't care. I didn't volunteer the information. I didn't initiate that. So I can't put it all on him. And there's this perception that men are supposed to cater to us emotionally. But I believe that they need some catering too as well.
Yep. I believe that.
So I'm working on preparing a better communication path for me with my husband.
I know one of the things that I recently decided to do. I've always been versatile in this particular area, but I'm changing my palate so that I can try different cultures of food and actually go out.
The number you have dialed has calling restrictions that have prevented the completion of your call. Announcement 19. We're sorry, the number you have dialed has calling restrictions that have prevented the completion of your call. Announcement 19.
Excuse us.
Surprise.
Technology is tripping, but it's okay.
Okay, where did that come from?
Please hold while we transfer
Right.
you to a customer service representative.
I don't know what that is.
I
But
don't
guess
either.
what? We're still here, we're still live, and we're gonna work on the technology issue. We have guests in the Love Healing Room.
And we want to
And-
hear from them.
Yes. So the line is open. All right, so Secret and Silent Flutterbys. You guys are quiet, but Facebook, we see you there. Do you have any input? Instagram. How are you preparing for love? Y'all so cute. I'm talking about you and Darla. My pretty sisters.
We're all cute.
We are.
And so we didn't even plan this wearing black, but
We
somehow,
always see you two
yes,
coordinate with,
Few
you know,
weeks
what
it's
the
been
one
like
day-
that.
it sure
Yeah,
has
yeah.
been. And
Well,
I
I
did.
just want to show up on camera.
she's gonna show up.
Well, it was, it's still kind of warm outside. I almost wore white. I'm like, don't nobody tell me.
When I can
When
wear
I
white
can
and
wear
when it
white.
stops. I'm in agreement with
And
that
a lot
particular
of people
thing.
have thrown that out the window.
Mhm.
And I had read where the origination of that came. And it has something to do with the not wanting to get dirty or something. It was something like, just see how stuff can get just passed along
Right,
and passed along.
right.
Why Why can't I wear white? I wear white when I want to.
Right. You can't wear white after Labor Day.
Mhm, mhm. That
That
thought crossed my mind today, and it was just like, I wear white if I want to
I
wear white, damn
sure
it.
I
can.
wear
Yeah,
white in the
with it.
middle of winter if I want to.
Exactly. And I'm
I
not talking
just-
about winter white.
Right. I'll wear white. I just wouldn't wear no long white pants because I wouldn't want to get up, if it's snowy outside. But this late fall, early winter, I want to wear some white. I'm going to wear white. Skirt, pants.
Right. Right.
Call may be recorded or transcribed.
Yes. So it's okay. I think that there are a lot of things that we've done traditionally that we need to revisit and say hail to the no. I don't want to do it that way. So that's where I'm at. I most certainly, again, I know that this life is customized by me,
Mhm.
for me, and it's I want my life to be delicious. I want my relationships, all of my relationships to be delicious. And it's gonna look different for me, versus what it looks like for Terry and what it looks like for Darla. And that's good. It's supposed to look different. So, yes, caller, did you want to share? All right, so we're gonna mute your line until you're ready to share. Uh-oh.
No, ladies, what happened was for a while I couldn't hear you, but I called back twice and the second time I got you guys. Sorry about that.
No,
that's
thank
good.
you. We had some technical issues, so we apologize. The line dropped on us. So I'm glad that you called back and that you hung on. But we're back. It's like every week some type of technology issue happens, but the show has to go on.
Mhm. Whatever.
Yeah, right, whatever. We have to, just roll with it. Go ahead, Terry. Okay, so we're quickly approaching the halfway mark. And for those of you who are new to the Love Healing Room, that's open forum. We talk about anything and everything. We can continue to, share around the topic, laying the groundwork for love, or, what's going on that you need to get off your chest. You need to release. You need to let go. You need to share. That's what the entire show is for. The topics are really just to guide the conversation, to encourage and start the conversation. But we're always open for you to talk about whatever's on your mind, whatever's on your heart. So we're gonna go quiet for just a moment and allow you all to share. Line is open. You can't help but sway.
I know, that's right.
I know, I'm trying my best to compose myself and sit still, but I'm rocking something, even if it's my foot.
This is the jam
It
right
sure
here.
is.
Timeless, classic, yes.
But we always want to state continually throughout the show that we do not own the rights to this song.
Right.
But you can do your swaying, do your moving. Shake that head. Move that body.
Right.
Yes, it's one of them cruising around Belle Isle
Yes,
songs.
Who was that?
Yes, it's-
Lover's Lane that people used to call. I remember growing up, it used to be packed. And the police would never even go down that particular section.
Oh, really,
strip.
Terry?
Really? Uh-huh. I knew about it all. Yeah. Out late. Mhm. I haven't been back to Belle Isle, but they say it's coming up. It's beautiful there now.
It
They're,
is.
they're opening up so many different avenues for people just to go and to enjoy yourself. Take your family, take your lover, take your,
Take your who? Your lover.
yes.
Your lover.
Take your
Oh
lover.
my gosh, I just made me think
Yes.
about Miss Ellen.
Ellen. this lady is like 84, 85 years old. And it's like, she is so feisty. I was together with them the other night and she was like, all we need is 3 guys. I mean, she has a boyfriend that she met 3 months ago. He done put a ring on it already and everything. And it's so funny because she used to talk about him because his wife had recently passed before he met her. And so I guess he, just in his little space. But she didn't like the way he dressed. You're one to talk. You need to not talk about anybody with those dirty pants on. And what color are those socks? Are one of them blue? What are your intentions with me? I need to know these things. And it's funny because now he come around, he done changed his wardrobe. Nikki boy ain't playing. That's what she called him, her Nikki boy. So one day I was at her lover. She said, that's my lover. So one day we were at her house, and so she had her walker. We going back to the great room, and she saw him approaching to the front door. Oh, there's my lover now. And when I say that little car, that little scooter stopped dead in this track. Oh, there's my lover now. I'm telling you, I take some notes from the book of Ellen.
I love it. I love it.
She's about 85. It's so funny.
My face is hurting, but yes, my lover. I
That's
love
my
that.
lover. That's my lover.
Oh. Okay, so we got a comment from Barb.
Oh, yay. Hey, Barb.
Yay, hey, Barb. See, I had to put my glasses on. She said, I wonder this sometimes. I don't think that I would want to be alone because I love love. Yes. God says that we are not to be alone. To think of relationships as a bother seems like a person has been mentally abused in relationships. I say that because I mentally struggle with having female friends because of how I watch my mom and her friends interact with each other. I don't have any friends that I hang out with at all, not one woman. I told myself this year that I was going to open myself up to having positive relationships with women. I was going to let God lead me into the right friendship. He's doing a good job so far. I have a woman that I at least can call a friend, and I am going to ask her out this weekend, regardless if I think she's going to say no, or if I think something crazy is going to happen in my household. Now, for myself, I have to lay the groundwork for my husband and I to have date nights. We have to have consistent date nights because it's nice for us to spend that time together with just us. I am learning to speak his love language better, which is words for affirmation. I'm horrible at it because I feel like you need to be rewarded for doing things that you don't need to be rewarded for things that you should be doing. Thank you. It's not about that though. I vow to be better at it because he deserves it in our marriage. We say happy spouses equal happy houses. Amen. Happy spouses equal happy houses.
Now, I like that.
Girl, you need to put that on a t-shirt.
Okay.
I want one. If the head of your home is not happy, it's going to be hard for the members of the family to be truly happy. That's true. So it can't be happy wife, happy life. You ladies look so cute. Oh, thank you. That's a good ending to that.
Yeah. Too true.
Thank you, Barb, for
I
such
love your shares.
wisdom.
Yes.
Wisdom. And okay, so I got so many things out of what you shared. And going back to that being bothered. Yes. So holding on to the baggage from previous relationships can cause us to put up walls, because I can remember sometimes when I got out of a relationship and I'm like, no more, I'm done. And then I had to think about, I like men. I love men. I love love. I love sex with men. I've never been with a woman, but I don't like women like that. Y'all get on my nerves. Y'all do. Because we're emotional. I like the difference between men and women. So I couldn't be in a love relationship with a woman. But I love being around my sisters.
Yeah, we enjoy one another.
Yes, I
tremendously.
love being around my sisters, but I love being around men. So whenever I came out of a relationship and I was hurt, I did some self-reflection. What was I doing in that relationship that I don't want to do in the next one? And then I decided to start noticing I had patterns. I dated a certain type of man and I wanted to stop that pattern. But it was me, it wasn't them. I chose them. We choose them, ladies. Guys, y'all think that y'all choose? No, we choose you. So I had to be responsible. I had to take responsibility for the fact that I picked and I stayed in relationships that weren't as fulfilling as I wanted. And it doesn't mean, like I said, right now I'm preparing some things in my marriage. So we're always having to reevaluate, reassess, and take responsibility for the part that we play, and then take action in the direction that we want. So I want a delicious, freaking delicious, sexy relationship with my husband. And that doesn't mean that he's not gonna get on my nerves sometimes, but that's okay. The benefits completely outweigh any challenge that we're faced with. So to men and women who are single, who feel like maybe you don't want to be bothered, maybe it's time for you to write that list so that you can see on paper that the benefits outweigh the challenges. And you're worthy of those benefits. So yeah, I love love. I love love, and I'm pro relationships. Yep. Pro relationships.
Yes. Because I had to think about that when I first declared last year that I wanted to be in a relationship. And I thought about that because I've been single, living alone for a long time. And there were some areas where I just used to just doing my own thing and not having to consider anyone else. If I don't want to cook, oatmeal it is for dinner.
And guess what? You could do that with your husband.
He may be one of those ones that do that, but at least put it out
Yeah,
there.
you have to
Give him the
communicate.
Yeah, but
choice.
you still have to consider the other person. I'm
Yes.
saying I don't have to consider anybody. I just
Do what you
do what I want. If I don't want to wash the dishes, I don't. If I don't feel like making up my bed, I don't. So I had to think about that. And it's like, I do. You have to open yourself up to the idea of that other person being there. And then I had to stop sleeping with stuff in my bed.
Oh
with
my
me.
gosh.
The books and the notebooks and my laptop and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
I
Yes.
had to,
Clear the space.
clear that space. Because he can't
Energetically, he can't get in the bed.
get with all of that stuff. So just different things that I was doing to prepare for that. Upgrading my lingerie, stuff like that, putting it on sometimes. It was just me seeing it,
That's right.
feeling my sexy.
I tell you, I went out and bought about 10 of them, switch up, in between, because we do have to feel our way through some things, especially if you've been by yourself for long. And I could wear a t-shirt, put me some jogging pants on. I'm straight. Find me a good Oriental movie and I'm straight with it. But now that I'm looking at my life and laying this groundwork, what am I really preparing for? Because the way it seems, it's like you're not. But when you go out and buy sexy underwear or buy a sexy bra or sexy gown and one of those house coats, that they match, with, how long it's been.
Right.
Been a minute.
Right.
But I want to invite, I love men. I love Mia. Love it. I really do. But action. You have to put a lot of action behind those words, that you're speaking, and just taking those little bitty steps, for that particular person that you want to have in your life. I still got my boundaries. I still got my values, morals, all of that's still in place with me. So it's just like, don't try to don't you. But other than that,
But I believe that that's the energy that we putting out, that's the energy that's
gonna
gonna
get back.
be matched back to us, because I think subconsciously we can put that energy out there that, they're gonna be a trip without the luggage, when they come,
I've
be
never
a trip
heard
without the luggage.
expression. Okay.
And then that's what you get.
Right,
know.
absolutely.
But I'm expecting that, my twin flame, my mate, is going to match my energy. Not saying they got to be exactly like me, but I'm talking about the energy is going to be matched. The good energy, the loving energy, the caring energy, the nurturing energy. Just that good energy that's going to be matched, that's going to outweigh any quirks we
Yes.
may have, or idiosyncrasies that we have, or any of that. This won't matter. It's like, girl, he just keep putting that shirt on back of the chair. Just no damn shirt.
Right. Nope, he not.
So,
And
no,
then
I'm saying I'll just move the shirt.
right. It's like, no,
Like,
okay, he not gonna move.
he
So
not
then
gonna
you
move.
have to move.
Just move it.
Because when you go to look for it, and it's like, where's that shirt? I know I had it over there 2 days ago. With it. I put it up for you, baby.
Right.
I just folded it up and I just put it in the drawer for you. Here it is. Would you like to put it on?
And then how like some men, they got their hobbies that they love, like, they may like really be in the cars or something. Every time you look up, they in that doggone garage.
Right.
Car, you tracking in that dirt in the door, just that kind of stuff. But he honors you and he loves you and he cares about you, I heard something else last night that I forgot this movie I was watching. And they said that the woman, she was upset because she finally hooked up with this guy. And so she expecting that, okay, we hit it off now, because they were in a relationship. And so she thinking, okay, now, she wanted to hear from him all day long, She wanted to. Okay. She looked a couple hours past, she kept checking her phone.
But she didn't call him.
She didn't call him. So then she kept checking her phone. Hours passed. And so she was talking to another male friend about it. And he said that time to men is like dog years to a woman. So it's like 7 hours to us is an hour to them.
Right.
So she was like, oh, so I'm the dog in the relationship. She was like, you're the dog.
Like, what?
Because he just wasn't thinking that way. He went on about his day, but he just wasn't wired like that. He's new, basically had been in player mode for a while. So he was a little slow. He eventually, started being a little bit more attentive to that. But in the beginning, he didn't. But she was tripping throughout the whole day, but she ain't called him.
Now, I was in a relationship where this guy would call me like 10 times. It was like we were talking all the time. And I wasn't used to that. But that's how he was. And if I, wasn't available every time he called, it was a problem for him. So I think that it depends on the person and what their, what's the word I'm looking for? We have, subconscious issues. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. Insecurities. Insecurities. Yes, insecurities. Because if you don't have, and this is something I've learned too, men want you to have something that occupies your time outside of him. So if you don't have anything to do except for expecting that he's available to cater to you, then you have too much time. So that's why that dog years thing, it makes sense to me, because they're doing stuff. Get you something to do.
And her in the story, she ran a successful boutique. always, she went out to lunch with her friends and stuff a lot, but when it came to him, she wanted him to stop and, because, and our male friend told her, like, you know what, you just got, spitting with the D. That's all that happened with you.
Okay.
So, but it's like, I agree, you do. I don't want someone who we got to be up under somebody and I got to talk to you every living moment of the day because I am busy. I have things that I'm doing in my own life, and I would hope that you would too. I know how
It gets
sometime in the
weird.
beginning,
Right, in
you
the
always want
beginning,
to talk to that
right.
person,
But there's still boundaries. And it's not from a place of, well, if you're not talking to me, what you doing?
Who you seeing?
Right.
Who you been with?
Who is she?
Who is she? Who is he? You can't have no male friend. Can't have no female friend. It's like, come on, baby. It's all right. Let me rub that leg for a second.
Calm down.
Just
calm
how
down.
lady made a comment.
Oh, okay. Hey, first of all, let's say, hey,
Hey,
lady.
Hi, lady.
She says, hey, sisters. The great energy coming from y'all is impeccable. Oh, wow. Thank you. Beautiful, Darla. That goddess jewelry is glowing with you. That's right.
My Regal
It
Goddess
is.
collection by Lady Macklemore, Miss LaDonna Macklemore.
Yes.
These are her beautiful pieces.
Oh, yes. I have on my beautiful piece too.
Yes.
Gorgeous. I love and the energy from the pieces are just phenomenal.
Impeccable.
Yes, phenomenal and impeccable.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Woo. Okay, so we have been talking about laying the groundwork for love, and I admit it again. I love love, and I'm pro relationships. So we're way past the halfway mark. We just been chitty chatting and contributing, and it's been awesome. But we're gonna take a pause and check in with our audience. We want to make sure those in the Love Healing Room have an opportunity to share. And remember, if you're in social media land, you can call in 248-289-5882. The line is open. I know it's one of those days. Trust me. And it's because the music is kind of chill.
Yeah.
It's not like that house music we were listening to a couple weeks ago that had me hype. I think it's time. It's time. All right, beautiful secret and silent flutterbys. Chime in whenever you're ready. Okay, so I don't know if you all noticed my beautiful water bottle here. Stainless steel. This is one of the Love Healing Room products. I love this water bottle, and I've come to the realization I take it wherever I go. I don't go anywhere without it now.
She does.
Mhm. It keeps your beverage so nice and cold for a very long time. And it's infused with love because it says love is the root of all healing. You got to get you one.
Absolutely.
Yep, you got to get one. And you need to make sure that you go check out our Etsy store, Love Healing Room, and get you some really energized, in love products. We have some awesome crystals and gemstones, just beautiful.
And check out our reviews.
Yes,
we have some really nice
we
reviews.
really do. And of course, our line of t-shirts with love is the root of all healing. Tell that negative voice to shut the hell up. Yeah, we have some new t-shirt designs that are going to be coming out really soon. As soon as the energy is right, we're going to present them to the world. Do you remember?
It's laying some groundwork.
Yep.
Hey,
I mean, some sexiness. I think that's what I'm feeling. That's the vibe I'm feeling
Yeah.
is sexy.
that's the vibe I was going for.
I see. Okay, you got that. You got it. You got it.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So what else we talking about? Because I could talk about love all day and all night.
Well, summer is ending. We're going into a new season.
Yes.
We're going into a new season, and I just look at it as a season for me of building,
Mm.
because you're not out as much, not, getting involved with a lot of events and everything. Everybody's going to be a little bit more settled in these next coming months. So they give you time to put some things together and to build some things, to get focused on some things. So yeah,
I like that.
yeah, the holidays are coming up.
Mm. Yeah, this is what we're preparing. We're
Preparing.
preparing.
It's time to start preparing because we look up, it's September 12th. Next thing you know, it's gonna be 2 weeks before Christmas,
And it,
you know.
and that particular something about the autumn season that it goes by so fast.
Right.
Or you know it.
It's because you don't have a lot of
Christmas music.
daylight.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's already now starting to get dark around 8:30. And so, and I love autumn. I love the smells of autumn. I love the colors of autumn.
Yes.
The richness and the decadence of the food and
All right, darling, you make your
Mhm.
autumn sound so lovely.
yes.
Lucky.
Because
Yes.
it's not real cold, you can put on your cute sweaters and jeans and boots and stuff.
I know I'm ready for the mosquitoes to go to sleep, so then maybe we can go back to the oasis.
Yeah, I have. Oh, they love your place.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh,
Yeah.
it's
Well, mosquitoes
ridiculous.
love Joe. I don't care where she at. They
that
gonna
A+
find her
blood
way.
type.
Yes.
So yes. All right, we got some comments from Barb and from Lady. So Barb says you don't have to do all that sexy clothing if you don't want to all the time. You can find you a man that likes just you with your jogging pants on. It's nice to wear sometimes, but some men just want a good woman nowadays. Show that you aren't coming with too much independent woman. Yes.
Independent woman takeover. in
Yep,
you.
yep, that's right. Independent woman takeover in you. That's right. Gold digger and too much negative baggage. That's right.
Amen.
Amen. And LaDonna says, I'm looking at y'all banner in the background. Love has been the root of healing my life and family. I am moving forward. I feel sexy also.
Amen.
Amen. She said, it's harvest time. Let's reap our blessing. Period. That's
Period.
right.
Amen.
Period.
It's
Yes.
coming.
Yes. And you're right, Barb, because I met someone and he really, it was like the first time that, somebody, because I wear makeup. I just like wearing my lashes and putting, shading in my brows and, all that kind of stuff. But he don't care about that. I can be just as plain face and
Because you're beautiful.
no, none of that.
Naturally beautiful.
But it's like, it just feels good for a guy to say, him say, "Oh, don't put no makeup on." I'm like, okay, look, okay.
No,
And he likes, like, me, I can be diva,
you are diva.
but he likes, like, when I go, I'm just throwing some shorts, t-shirts, and gym shoes, no makeup, throw my hair up in a bun, let's go. And I like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, I mean, that's key too. So, as much as we like to get all dialed up, we have to be comfortable with that natural and
Yeah.
and having a man to really speak to that. It helps to support you just loving every aspect. I can get all dialed up, but then I can be, real chilled and laid back and still he's attracted and still finding me very, very appealing.
Yeah.
No, I tend to think that most men prefer the natural look anyway. Even if they find, they meet you and you're all dolled up.
Yeah.
Once they see the natural you, they get even more attracted.
Because a lot of them I hear, comments here and there, like on social media or whatever, about it was one thing on Facebook or something that said, I bet not one of y'all can say these are my own lashes, these are my own eyebrows, and this is my own hair.
Oh, that's not true.
Like,
There are a lot of us
Yes.
who still wear our own.
But that's because the majority of what they've been dealing with and seeing has been, everybody got the same, weave with the same baby hair, the same lashes, the same flippers, the same,
But see,
the cookie
so
cutter thing.
you got to check yourself.
Yes.
What's your pattern with the type of women that you are pursuing? Because
Where are you placing yours? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like there's plenty of women out here that we wear our own hair. I wear lashes, but I can put some mascara on too.
yeah, she
I
sure
swear, because I
can.
like to.
Well, I know recently I mentioned to my husband about him saying that if I wore a wig, he would snatch it off. He's like, I said that. It's like, yeah. It's like, I don't remember saying that. He said, but it's okay if that's what you want to do. It's all right as long as it look nice. It's like, oh, that's different. It was good to hear him,
At least.
at least not be so,
Dogmatic about that.
oh my God, no.
Or rigid.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. I just my head gets hot. And yesterday, I was like, don't you see the steam coming off my head? We were eating some Thai food. I was like, yeah, if I had a wig on, I'd pull it off.
I know. I've worn a wig before and was ready to pull that boy off.
Really?
Yeah, I can't. I just can't. do it.
I hold too much heat in this head. Mm-mm. Too much heat. But it's all good. I'm like I said, I'm glad that he changed his position. He's a little bit more open to accessories, because all it is an accessory. Okay, we got some more comments from Facebook, but before I read the comment, because we only have a few minutes left, I'm gonna go back to the Love Healing Room, make sure that we don't miss giving you an opportunity to share. So secret and silent flutterbys, the line is open. All right. It's all good. It's all good. We just glad that you're here. Okay, and so LaDonna says, I feel sexy no matter how I look. That's right, girl. LOL, the sexuality this way is real and celibate. I'm in a sexual forest. OG goddessness. All right. All right.
Amen. So be it.
It's all good.
Yes.
Feeling sexy and celibate.
Yeah.
Speaking of celibate, so one thing that I want to pose to women, and I don't know if you all are aware of this, the vajayjay is a muscle. And just like any muscle, if you don't use it, it tends to get soft. It loses its ability to flex. So there's nothing wrong with being celibate, but I also am a believer in knowing your body, appreciating your body, loving your body. And as a woman in my 50s, I can tell you that it was not encouraged for us to show self-love. I didn't even know what that was. I remember I read it in a magazine and I asked my mom what it was. And she was like, look it up, get the dictionary. I was like, oh, okay. And for me I was maybe 12 or 13, I immediately knew it was regarding sex. It had to be. Because my mom did not want to talk about sex. So I got the dictionary I was like, oh, that's what that means. It was a clinical definition, but it gave me enough information to understand what it was I was reading and the context. But again, it was not discussed or even encouraged for women to love themselves sexually. You should know and honor your body. And if we don't use it, we can lose it. Do the research in that. I didn't know until recently that it could close
I
up.
was gonna say, I heard it can close.
I did not know that. I know that now. And it ain't happening in this house, trust me. Plus I got a husband, but even if I didn't have a husband, what if, if something happened and my husband, wasn't able to have sex with me? It's up to me to make sure that my muscle is in tip-top condition. Yep. So women, ladies, we have to take care of all of our goddess parts. It's up to us. It's not up to anybody else. Okay, so I left you with that. Oops.
We have another comment from her.
Barb says, my husband calls me gorgeous on what I think are my worst days. My husband loves me being my natural self. He hated when I wore weave and makeup. He says that I don't need it. I'm not a makeup girl anyway, so it's work for me. And she also says, I've been comfortable this way, so finding someone that loves me this way was God's way of being so intentional. Yes. And that is a powerful, strong brother to be able to really express how much beauty he has in his wife.
Barb, I can't wait to meet your beautiful self in person.
Yes, we have to have you on the show.
Yes.
We will.
Yeah, we want to see you.
Okay, and now she's like, no,
Yes,
Joe,
yes,
what close?
yes,
I'm
yes.
sick. Close, yes, it will close up on you. It's like, you're not using me. All right, and so now, okay.
God, universe.
Send them.
Hey.
Woo, yes, ladies.
Oh, yes.
You heard it here on the Love Healing Room. If you didn't know, now you know. Oh, okay, so what are you preparing for? This is the beginning of the week. Sunday is the start of a new week. Every day you get a chance to do it again. Make the choice to do it deliciously.
Deliciously.
Ooh.
Yes.
Delicious life. A delicious for JJ.
Yep. All right, so we are out of time. It has been fun. We've been talking about laying the groundwork for love. Woo. I hope that you enjoyed all of the information that we shared, the stories, the insights, our transparency. And we want you to join us next week, same time, same intention, to be open to give and receive love. So for now, we're going to leave you with
Namaste.
Wow.